A nightly hitchhiker on Lincoln Road is likely to see an elderly couple ride past in a chariot. Should be the hitchhiker requests a ride, the couple will happily provide him with one. The ride will be long and dark, and the hitchhiker will inevitably fall asleep along the way. No one in the surrounding towns has owned a chariot in over a century. There is a cannon slightly west of Lincoln Road that smells of feces and decaying meat. Every night, the smell grows stronger, and some folks say that they can hear a faint echo clattering and creaking, like the wooden contraption of being dragged along. Wow, that was kind of like a short chariot creepypasta. But yeah, that my pretties was Chariot, a regular small short creepypasta. My final thoughts on the story. Well, honestly, I thought it was like a pretty good short story, although it is a weird, different kind of story I've never expected to narrate. But here I am narrating it because, why not? So, oh, excuse me, pardon me about that. Honestly, this talks about a hitchhiker on Lincoln Road sees like an elderly couple who happen to be riding a chariot. I mean, a lot of ancient romance, and even the older days, that's what people used to get by, which is on chariots. And the fact about, some people say they can hear the faint echo and clattering and creaking, like a wooden contraption being dragged along. I mean, it's honestly that these elderly people kill the person or something, but we have no idea what happens to the hitchhiker, but he falls asleep. And it kind of makes me wonder as to what really happened with him. But in all due respect and reality, I kind of wonder as to why he suddenly end up falling asleep and he ends up, waking up not, you know, probably in a ditch or something. I don't really know. But in all due sincerity, this story was actually quite good despite it being short. I mean, it's a possibility that this elderly couple driving the chariot could be, serial killers and the hitchhiker happens to not really know. But here's the thing with hitchhikers, you have to be like really careful because sometimes some hitchhikers can, hurt you, and sometimes it's the other way around. Like if you're hitchhiking and you end up getting into a car with someone you don't even know, and well, they end up, they end up kidnapping you or something. Which is kind of why I recommend do not ever try hitchhiking. Like, unless you want to be kidnapped, but don't try hitchhiking. Hitchhiking is one of the most dangerous ways, but it's how lots of people can get kidnapped that way, because you never know who these people can be. But anyway, with all due who's due reality, the grammar of this story was pretty good. I was able to read this story without a problem. I ended up reading it pretty good. It's a short story, yes, but I thought it was a really good story, and it's definitely met my expectations to be a really well made story. I mean, the concept of it looks pretty interesting, and I personally really thought it was a good story, even though it's a short one, yes, but I personally still thought it was enjoyable. So, anyway, I guess with that being said, to the author of the story, I can't seem to find out who you are. So if you happen to be the author of the story, please let me know who you are in the comments below so that way I can give proper credit to whoever the author is. I'll leave a link in the description for this story too, so if any of you guys want to go check out this story, you are more than welcome to. So, anyway, I guess with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say. The only negative I would have to say is, was this becoming like a legend? Whatever happened to the hitchhiker? Has there been a legend around a certain place where if you ride on a chariot or something, you disappear? I mean, it doesn't explain it, so I kind of am generally curious as to if it's actually quite possible. But in all due sincerity, though, it could be possible, but we generally just don't know. Because you never really know what really does go on in the world, you never know what certain things can happen, etc. But anyway, with that being the case, and with that being said, I personally like this story. It's a really good one, really short story, but it's definitely a really enjoyable story in my personal liking. I enjoyed it personally. So, I guess with that being said and that being the case, like I'm always just gonna say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story is definitely a 10 out of 10. Great story. It's really well made. But the only negative I have to say, it's not a major negative, but it's just a minor one, has this been a legend as to what happened to the hitchhiker? We don't get information too much about that, but I would really like to have the story a little longer just to go maybe more in the detail as to what really happens if you see a chariot, or if you happen to, see the elderly couple in a chariot or something. At least anything would definitely help out the story a little better and make more sense. At least that is what it is to me, but that's just me personally, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, you know, what did you guys personally think of this story? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what would you have done to help make this story a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you want to follow my DeviantArt account as well as my Twitter account, links to those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go check them out. If you guys want to subscribe to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, links to those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow my backup. Be sure to follow my DeviantArt if you want to follow me on DeviantArt, and be sure to follow me on Twitter if you're interested in following me on Twitter. So I guess if I'm missing something, maybe someone can let me know in the comments below. And as always, I don't think I'm missing anything. This is pretty much all I have to say, but if I do miss something, maybe someone can let me know. And as always, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, and like always, roll the outro because I'm out.